The TIORONDA Bridge, listed on the National Register of Historic Places, along with the Brooklyn Bridge, built the same year, 1869, and the Poughkeepsie Railroad Bridge, known today as the Walkway over the Hudson, encourages us to do everything in our power to preserve the historic elements of the TIORONDA Bridge, one of only a few bowstring arch bridges left in the country. It is integral to keep this piece of history in the rebuilding of the bridge and the city of Beacon's future. Deemed by historians as an important transportation landmark, the TIORONDA Bridge in 1976 was placed on the National Register of Historic Places for its historical significance in American history with respect to the fields of engineering, transportation, industry, and innovation in the post-Civil War America. The TIORONDA Bridge is only one of two known bowstring truss bridges extant in America. In light of pending reconstruction of the bridge, the Beacon Historical Society strongly urges that the original trusses and support structure of the bridge be retained in any remodeling plans. We are asking the same questions in 2017, 11 years after the bridge was dismantled with plans of restoration. The Beacon Historical Society wants the city to preserve and protect our historic heritage. We urge the City of Beacon to implement what they have officially acknowledged for the past 4 administrations and rebuild this historic bridge, and rework the original bridge elements back into today's 21st century construction. An interesting look at the life of a city can be found in a sandboard map. Here is the 1919 map showing Beacon, formerly Fishkill on the Hudson and Matawan. It takes us down to the TIORONDA Bridge and to a hub of buildings from the early manufacturing and factory days. The bridge was dismantled by the City of Beacon Public Works, and in 1986 it was put into storage with plans of restoring. In 1987, a recording project was conducted as part of the Historic American Engineering Record, a long-range program to document the engineering and industrial heritage of the United States. This program was administered by the National Park Service and the U.S. Department of the Interior. The official United States National Park Service congressional notification is on file at SHPO, New York State's Historic Preservation Office, listing the TIORONDA Bridge on the National Register of Historic Places. It remains still today on the inventory list of historic places. According to officials at SHPO, a designation that can remain even if the bridge is rebuilt. We need to preserve it. In 2005, the City of Beacon was designated a Preserve America community with historic preservation a guiding principle. Here is a copy of the original patent on file, number 71868, dated December 10, 1867. There is more than enough information and specifications here and on record to replicate and or repair the TIORONDA Bridge bowstring arches currently in storage. The New York State press release announcing the official designation of the TIORONDA Bridge on the National Register. It is among the oldest vehicular iron bridges surviving in the state, and it is one of the few extant bridges from its period which can be matched with a patent model. Even a reassembled bridge can be listed, since this is in keeping with the nature of the take-apart design. We need to read between the lines. It must be rebuilt. In 1986, the City of Beacon's mayor, the City Council, and Dutchess County's Commissioner of Public Works, along with the city's own historian, agreed, maintaining the look of the old bridge by superimposing the bowstring arch on the outside of the guide rails, met with approval. This method was the way to rebuild. Dutchess County Commissioners to the City of Beacon states, as you can see, we have saved the architectural and historical values of the bridge and incorporated those as superficial elements on the new structure, and hopes to progress this project to a final conclusion. 31 years and counting. The Beacon Historic Society wants it made known both to the City of Beacon, Council, and to the DOT that our members believe in the preservation of the historic Tioronda Bridge is of the utmost importance to our city's heritage. We stood behind these words in 1999 and still today in 2017. Beacon to preserve the historic bridge, progress versus preservation. Yet the historic Tioronda Bridge closed in 1985 and eventually was dismantled and put into storage to rebuild. But for how long? Plans for the reconstruction of the Tioronda Bridge are again on the table with the City Council. It should be restored and not replaced. In 2005, the City of Beacon held a public information meeting, complete with displays and formal question and answer segments, to discuss the plans of rebuilding the Tioronda Bridge, with optional 1 lane, 2 lanes, and a pedestrian bikeway and a walkway, while keeping the original character of the historic bridge and restored arches in the project design. The City of Beacon City Council and paid engineers proposed a combined usage bridge with the New York City High Line-esque overtones. We've already been down this road, and the New York City High Line got its design inspiration from the Paris Promenade. We need to focus on what's unique to our city and rebuild and promote our history. In 2005, the City of Beacon earned the distinction of becoming a Preserve America community, with the emphasis on preservation, history, scenic beauty, and the arts. Preserve America is a national incentive in cooperation with the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation. The City of Beacon councils again worked to save the Tioronda Bridge in 2000 and 2006. In 2000, the council stressed the importance of saving the bridge's history and addressed that the preservation was of paramount importance for current and future generations. Again, in 2006, the City Council unanimously passed a resolution which declared its support for the preservation and restoration of the Tioronda Bridge. One only has to look side by side and compare the City of Beacon's 2007 Comprehensive Plan with the new 2017 Comprehensive Plan to see that protecting and preserving our historic heritage and resources is very important to this city. With the Tioronda Bridge still included on the list of the city's historical resources and still listed on the National Register of Historic Preservation, as described, many historic buildings, sites, and neighborhoods make up the core of our community's character and its identity. It is the basis of the story of the City of Beacon's past, present, and future. In keeping with the city's comprehensive plan, the City of Beacon must be proactive to restore and rebuild the Tioronda Bridge with preservation in the forefront. "2017 is the time to restore and rebuild the Tioronda Bridge. Preservation is more than just saving buildings, a house museum here and there. It's about creating and enhancing environments that support, inform, and enrich the lives of all Americans. Let's start with our city." The city of Beacon's history is on the horizon.